If we wanted to find trig ratios with radian measured, let's say we're given 5 pi over 3. Now 5 pi over 3 we can think of as being more than 3 pi over 3, which would be pi. It's actually 2 pi over 3 more than that. It's going to put us down in quadrant 4. Now, it's also 1 pi over 3 short of 6 pi over 3. Now, if none of that makes sense, convert it to degrees. If I want to convert to degrees, I multiply by 180 over pi. I get 5 times 180 over 3 after the pi's reduce out. This becomes 300 degrees. So 300 degrees puts me here. Now what the important part I need from that is my reference angle is 60 degrees. Because 300 goes around, that leaves me 60 left over. Now if that's the case, I'm dealing with a 30, 60, 90 triangle. In the 30, 60, 90, we know that the ratio is root 3, 1, and 2. But since it's in quadrant 4, the y value needs to be negative. The x value is positive because it's on the right side. Hypotenuse is always 2. So now we can go through and find our answers, and these are all sine theta, cosine theta, tangent theta of our original value, even though we are talking about a reference angle of 60 degrees. Cosine we know to be adjacent over hypotenuse, so that would be 1 over 2, 1/2. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so that'd be negative root 3 over 2. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, so that would be negative root 3 over 1, which is negative root 3. You can also remember the fact that sine theta over cosine theta is tangent, and that could have also helped you out. Let's look at another one. We have 3 pi over 4. 3 pi over 4 is a pi over 4 short of pi, because that'd be 4 pi over 4. It's going to be quadrant 2. But again, if that's not working, convert it. We do 180 over pi. This comes out to be 3 times 45, or 135 degrees. 135 degrees leaves us a reference angle of 45 degrees, and this will then be a 45, 45, 90. The relationship we know there is 1, 1, and root 2, with the x value being negative. So sine theta, cosine theta, and tangent theta come out to be this. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. That's 1 over root 2, which we rationalize to be root 2 over 2. Cosine theta is negative 1 over root 2, adjacent over hypotenuse, which is negative root 2 over 2. And tangent theta is opposite over adjacent, 1 over negative 1, which is negative 1.